Alright, so what I'm gonna do is have a quick run through of how I want you guys to import your rendered out images or video into Premiere so you can add sound and then have a completed ident. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is once you've opened up Premiere, you're gonna want to say that you have a new project. It's going to ask where is the location that you want to save these files. So I'm going to click on the browse. I'm going to always go to my 3D objects. If you can't see your 3D objects, then you can go to this PC and then 3D objects. Then I'm going to make a new folder. So new folder, I'm going to call this ident project. Double click, select folder, and then we're going to give this project a name. We're going to call this ident. Nice and simple. I'm going to press OK, and then it will open up the program with all of its menus. Okay, the previous audio device is also asking about audio device. I'm just going to click no, whatever. We'll sort that out later if it's an issue. Next thing I'm going to do is in this project. So this is where all of your projects are going to be placed. All of your files, so audio files, images, logos, videos, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and then I'm going to say I want to make a sequence. So new item and then sequence. Once I've done that, I'm going to go into settings and then I'm going to change it from Arari to custom or whatever it's on. And then I'm going to make sure that depending on what I rendered out as, 25 frames or 30 frames. So I think some of you left it on 30 frames a second, even though I said put it at 25 frames a second. So 30 frames, and then I'm gonna change the frame size to 1280 to 720. I'm then gonna make sure that it's on square pixels and nothing else. And then in the fields I'm gonna put non-progressive, so no fields. I am then going to press or name the sequence final ident and press OK, and then this will make my timeline. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to import the video. So I'm going to right click and go to import, and then I'm just going to select old video from one of the students. It's called conveyor ident. So I've imported, and then I am going to then drag and drop this onto the video. And let me keep existing frames. Once I've clicked this video, now I can just press on the space bar and you can see that it's playing in the video. Yeah. You can use the plus and the minus keys to increase the keys here. Your view, and you won't have audio, but if an audio timeline does come up on yours, you can right click and go to unlink. So these are unlinked already for me, so I can just press delete. Yeah, and your video will be playable here. Now if you want to mess around with the settings, the frame size or anything, with your video selected, you can then go on to the scale area and you can scale it up or down. Yeah. You can mess about with all of these. So anything you see with a animation toggle means it can be animated. Once you can toggle these animations, and once they are on, so let me do an example here. I'm going to press the scale toggle animation. It's turned blue and you can see that it's imprinted a keyframe onto our area. And then I'm going to go forward, and what I can do is if I increase the scale, you can see it's created another keyframe, and when we play it you can see there's a tiny zoom in from what we just did. Yeah, so you can do extra animation on top, and this will work for anything with a toggle animation key on, which is almost everything. Yeah. And what you can do is you can import audio, import logos or whatever, and then you can place them on top. So anytime you see a V1 or V2 or whatever, that means video 1, 2 and 3, The video that's on top, this works in layers, will be the one that is shown. So if you put another video over, so let me import something else here. So import I don't know what these are. New drawings, import. So nothing there. Okay, this is nothing. This is a texture. So I import a texture. You can see it goes right on top. So you can put extra text or whatever that you have. Same with the audio. You import your audio. You can drop it down on the below time frame where it says A1, A2, A3, and A4. And same with the video. When you click it in the effects control, you'll have a bunch of options here. Also, in the projects ident, all of these are separate folders here. So in effects, you have a bunch. So instead of typing, if you don't know what you're looking for, you can drop down and see that you have like audio effects, and it will amplify or mess around with the sound, the bass. You also have visual effects, and you basically it's just a drag and drop. Okay, and that is going to be it for this. Rendering now, actually. Okay, so once you finish and everything, you're happy with your video and product, what you do is you go to File, you go to Export Media, another menu will pop up. You want to stick to H.264. So if yours is not on H.264, change your format to H.264, or you can click on Match Sequence. Well, actually, don't match your sequence. We want to control it. H.264, match the bit rate, and then the output name. You want to click and make sure you're saving it to the right place. Like I've told you, all of you, make sure you're saving it to 3D object so the file doesn't get corrupted when when your computer runs out of space. And once you've done that, you want to slide this down, click render at maximum depth, tick that on, and then use maximum render quality, tick this on here, so 1 and 2, and then you want to click on export, and then it will export your video relatively easily and quick. Once that is done, I want you guys to upload your video to your YouTube channels and then post the link in the Discord servers. Okay, so I'm going to call that on the tutorial. Goodbye.